Everybody who is not successful in dropshipping has one thing in common, and that's basically that they actually don't really know where the problems are, which are stopping them from becoming successful. So the biggest problem is in reality not something specific, it's actually them not knowing what the real problem is. And this is a very, very painful circle which you're gonna go around constantly over and over again, because you're gonna start fixing things which are not the problem in reality, all right? So you basically, let's say you're gonna start making a really good store when in reality your ads suck. Or you're gonna start making amazing ads when in reality your product sucks. Or whatever combination it is, you have no idea if your product is a problem, if your store is a problem, if your Facebook setup is a problem, if your ads, whatever it is, it could be so many things out of the whole equation that you don't even know what to focus on, all right? So, the number one thing you have to always ask yourself when you start changing things, and even though this is kind of self-explanatory, I've seen a lot of people don't do that at all, okay? So it's basically this. If I will change this thing right now, could it potentially make a real impact on me becoming profitable or not? Let's take an example here. So let's say you're currently running ads, but they're not working that well right now. So you think, all right, let me change the logo and that's gonna be the game changer, all right? If you would change the logo, do you actually think that the store is gonna go from unprofitable to profitable? Probably not. If you think about the description or the wording on the description, will that turn an unprofitable store into a profitable store? Also probably not. If you see your ads and think, all right, my ads are perfect, they're way better than everything else everybody does in the industry basically for my product, would it actually make a difference then to tweak the text on the ads or tweak some little changes on the ads themselves if you actually are really 100% convinced that this is already perfect? Also probably not. Or if you, for example, just see that your product is currently sold by 5 different people, a new person just started to sell this product and immediately it popped off. You can basically see that like on the ad library on Facebook or wherever. And if you see all of those things, then you can also be sure that, all right, if I change my product, is that going to be the game changer? Maybe not, maybe yes, we don't know. But you have to constantly ask yourself the question, is the action I'm gonna take first gonna be the game changer or not? If it's not gonna be, then do something else which actually might be the game changer, all right? So the game changers are normally changing the product, changing the ads, and that's basically it, all right? Obviously, like different interests and all of those things are also important, but those 3 things are the main things which you should change. And then on the micro level, you have to actually analyze which one out of these things it's gonna be. Of course, you will never know for 1000%, all right, I just need to change this specific thing. If I change that, it's gonna become profitable. No, nobody can say that, nobody can know that before you actually test it. And it is a testing game in the first place. However, you can eliminate tons of different things which you probably wanted to actually start if you really think about it and think in this like game changer form, okay? You have to just think, game changer or not game changer, I'm only putting my time into game changing things, nothing else, all right? Also, one last really big misconception a lot of people have is that they think that if a product works for somebody else, it must work for them as well. So let's imagine you would see a product which is currently working for a competitor, all right? You take their ads, you take their store, you copy everything, the product, the ads, and their store. If you would copy everything, there is a very high chance that it's actually not gonna work for you, which is weird because it literally does work for them. And obviously I'm not recommending copying things, and that's also part of the reason. But first of all, Facebook sees copy, okay? Facebook sees who's the original and who's the copy. That's number 1. Number 2 is, even if they wouldn't see that it is a copy, Facebook just has an algorithm which sometimes prefers one thing over the other completely randomly. And there is a random effect in the ads manager. Me, for example, personally, I've tested a single product, one product with everything the same on one ad account and on another ad account. On one it performed really well, on another ad account it performed terribly, all right? And even though this is a thing which most people won't tell you, it is reality, all right? Some ad accounts perform better, some ad accounts perform worse. There are obviously ways how you can get around it and take other ad accounts, etc. But still, in general, you have to keep in mind that the algorithm is a huge, huge thing which is determining if a product is going to work or not. And on top of that, you also have to understand that a lot of people just have a very strong pixel already in the niche. For example, you could have a competitor which is having an extremely strong dog pixel, all right? They already have 5 winners in the dog niche, and you basically just come in and see, okay, they tested another product, which is basically the 6th product, and you think that this is the first product they test, and you basically test it as well, and for them it works like crazy, for you it doesn't. The reason for that is going to be that they already have such a strong pixel developed from the old 5 products. Of course the 6th one is going to work. And that basically means that it's not really the product which is really good, it's actually their pixel, the niche, whatever they do, they do a really good job with it. But it's not necessarily a really good product. It's just an average product which is going to work for a person who's doing amazing, but it's not going to work for a beginner. Okay? So the big takeaway from here is, number 1, focus on people who are beginners as well. If you see a store which doesn't look that great, if you see ads which don't look that great, if you see it, like everything, the whole funnel, you see, all right, it's a new person, they don't have a crazy pixel in a niche, they don't sell other products like crazy in the same niche, you can basically be sure that this is a new person in the niche, and that's gonna be like very, very helpful. All right. So now that you understand that the real problem in dropshipping is not specific things, but actually identifying the problems, I actually have something for you. All right. I will give you a free consultation session where I'm going to take a look at you, the things you're currently doing or the things you're about to do. I'm going to tell you, all right, is this good or is this bad? Are you even searching in the right direction, or are you completely off? All right. So click the link below, sign up for a free consultation session, and we're also going to find out if we're actually a good fit to work together long term. All right. I basically have a mentoring program where I coach people one-on-one. Basically, we're going to have constant, like every couple of days, we're going to have Zoom calls where we're going to see what you need to do to actually get to the next level and finally have a profitable dropshipping business. All right. So if you're interested in that, click the link below and see you there.